All right, let's talk about something that, let's be honest, a lot of us see as a total chore. We're going to flip the script on documentation and show you how it's actually a design superpower.
Okay, picture this. You've spent weeks, maybe even months, pouring everything into a project. You finally present your prototype, feeling pretty good, and then it happens. Someone asks, hey, why'd you make that button blue back in week 3? And your mind just goes completely blank. We've all been there, right?
Yeah, it's a super frustrating feeling, but the good news is there's a fix, a really powerful one actually, and that's exactly what we're going to break down right now.
So what is prototype documentation really? Well, at its core, it's basically a historical record. It's not just about the final product, the what. It's about the why and the how. You can almost think of it like your project's personal journal, capturing the whole journey, warts and all.
So, let's dive into the first big function. And honestly, it's my favorite way to think about it. Documentation as a time capsule.
Think about it. Every decision you make, every dead end you hit, every little aha moment, that's all hard-won knowledge. And if you don't write it down, poof, it's gone. It just vanishes into thin air. By capturing your design at these key moments, you're basically building this incredible library of your own discoveries.
Okay, so what do you actually put in this time capsule? Well, you start with the basics, right? Your wireframes, your interaction flows, that's the skeleton of your design. Then, you flesh it out with definitions for your key components. But here's the absolute most important part. You have to record the rationale, the why behind every single major decision. That's the secret sauce.
But here's the cool part. Documentation isn't just about looking back into the past. It's also about building a solid blueprint for the future of your project. Just imagine you have your prototype from, say, week 7, right next to the much slicker version from week 11. There's a huge leap forward, but how do you explain how you got from point A to point B? Your documentation, that's the bridge. It shows that evolution, step by step. It turns what might look like a bunch of random guesses into a clear, logical chain of evidence.
And that's what this is all about. It lets you track exactly what got better, what got cut, and crucially, why those decisions were made. Suddenly, your design process isn't just a series of tweaks, it's an intentional, defensible journey.
All right, and for our final function, and this one is absolutely critical. Documentation is one of the most powerful communication tools you have, period. So you're in a design critique. The pressure's on. Someone asks you a really tough question, like, hey, why didn't you just do it this other, more obvious way? What do? How do you answer that with confidence instead of just freezing up?
The answer? You pull out your documentation. It gives you the evidence, the receipts to defend your choices. Not with some vague feeling like, oh, it just felt right, but with clear, recorded reasoning. You're not just guessing, you're proving you had a solid process.
And this is what empowers you, right? It helps you explain your designs clearly to your instructors or your boss. It makes communicating with your team 1,000 times easier. You can present your project's entire journey with total confidence. Honestly, it just adds a whole new level of professionalism and structure to your work.
And that brings us to maybe the most important point of all. This isn't just some busy work for a class project. This is the real deal.
Because this entire process, it directly mirrors how professional design teams actually work. In the real world, this kind of documentation is non-negotiable. It's essential for keeping huge, cross-functional teams all on the same page. So the habits you're building right now, those are the exact skills that are going to get you hired.
So let's be really clear about this. Good documentation isn't that boring chore you have to do at the very end. It's a foundational career skill. It's how you learn from your own past work and how you prove your value in the future.
So, I want to leave you with this question. If someone could only see your project's documentation, what story would it tell them? Would it show your process, your reasoning? Would it show your growth as a designer? Think about it.